Hey guys and welcome. In this video we look at an article in Sky News regarding who are the victims in English hospitals. I assume only English due to statistics not being reliable across the board. Countries are recording deaths differently. What I've suspected all along, and quite a few of you guys have said so too. The article's titled, The Dreaded Lurgy, 95% of victims in England hospitals. England hospitals? Does this person even speak English? It's not England hospitals, it's English hospitals. I'll redo it for you, shall I? I'll redo the headline for you. 95% of victims in English hospitals had underlying health conditions. Did you hear that, writer? That's how it's supposed to be done.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration. I now have lost all confidence in either of the two main parties. I never had any confidence in the third.
Isn't that what we've all been saying for a while though, and ignored as conspiracists? Well, here's proof, let's read. The data provided by NHS England gives an insight into how pre-existing conditions can affect those with lurgy. 95% of people who have died with lurgy in hospitals in England had underlying health issues, according to figures obtained by Sky News. So it's basically proving what we've been saying, isn't it? The data provided by NHS England shows that as of 5 PM on the 26th of April, 18,749 people have passed in hospital with the virus. In a small number of cases, it was not possible to confirm if a patient did or did not have an underlying health condition. Which is probably where the other 5% is then, isn't it? So it would be pretty much 100%. But for those where it was, 95% were found to have serious pre-existing issues. In patients over 80 years old, this figure was 96%, 60 to 79-year-old was 95%, 40 to 59-year-old 88%, and 20 to 39-year-olds 82%. See, this is what we were actually saying at the beginning, wasn't it? That it seems to be only attacking the people have got, or that are already having pretty serious health issues as well. I don't think this is just someone that's got a stubbed toe, is it? In regards to those statistics, 80-year-olds, a lot of 80-year-olds and above have got pretty serious health conditions anyway. 60 to 79-year-olds, same thing. 40 to 59-year-olds, it's a bit shocking at 88% to be honest. And 20 to 39-year-olds at 82%. I question that one a little bit. Just because 20 to 39-year-olds are not... Obviously these figures are for people with pre-existing medical issues and the survival rate of those. So 82% of 20 to 39-year-olds, I question, because your immune system is a lot stronger, isn't it, when you're younger? So I would actually look into those figures a bit more, but I can understand the other ones all being a bit high. If it's practically 100% of everyone that's passing from this is pre-existing health issues, that would be across the board, would it not? But it is what we've been saying, isn't it? This sort of brings into question why the lockdown then, doesn't it? If it is people that have got pre-existing health issues, they already know it's pre-existing. That's why it's called pre-existing, isn't it? As we all know, Sweden didn't lock down at all in regards to that. They locked the most vulnerable down, and their numbers haven't shot through the roof. So maybe this is just more evidence that the lockdown was a knee-jerk reaction. And I'm not saying that it was a bad knee-jerk reaction. I mean, you got to look after your population, haven't you? But it is starting to look a little bit like they've overreacted. But we'll read on. The breakdown for those under the age of 20 who have died cannot be disclosed as the sample is so small it would breach patient confidentiality rules. What, to give a number to distinguish between those with or without pre-existing conditions? I don't get that. So you can't do under 20-year-olds because of confidentiality, but you can with everybody else. Okay. Or without pre-existing conditions. So they might not know they had pre-existing medical conditions. I think most people know they've got a pre-existing medical condition, don't they? Is that something that you wouldn't know? The data does not include hospital deaths in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland in the community or in care homes. See, this is the problem that we're having around the world. No one is collating data in the same way, in my opinion. When you've got some places counting everyone in regards to in the community and care homes and hospitals, but predominantly they are the lower population number countries, which makes it a lot easier. With ourselves, we're just doing hospital deaths at the moment, as far as I'm aware. Let me know if that is different, if I am wrong. If that is the case, it could be that the numbers are a lot more risky, or it could also be the other way, that it would actually reduce how risky it is. So, I mean, we can't look at the figures across the board board and differentiate who's doing the best and who's not, because we're all taking numbers differently. In regards to this virus, it's still deadly to some, isn't it? I mean, it's not something I don't want to be running around to my old folk and touching my old people in my family just because of the risk. So, I mean, I'm hoping that the scientists come through for us quickly, because the economy is going to do a lot more damage over the long term, in my opinion. But what say you? Do you think that this is more proof that the lockdown might have been a bit too much? Do you think that the lockdown is still necessary? Do you think we could get away with reverting the lockdown and just keep our pre-existing illness people protected like Sweden have done? Let me know, everyone. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you on the next one.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration. I now have lost all confidence in either of the two main parties. I never had any confidence in the third.